Well, now to a story of success. A former TV and newspaper journalist turned lecturer has just had her first novel published. It has a local twist in that much of the inspiration came from an old tradition here. Let's find out more with the author Bea Davenport. Bea, welcome. It's really good to see you. I have hastened to say, that's your nom de plume, isn't it? Your real name is Barbara Henderson.
That's right, and that was the name that people might remember as a journalist. So I wanted to separate the fiction from the facts and use a writing name. Right,
so you talked there about being a journalist. You were a reporter in Alnwick, the Northumberland town of Alnwick. A lot of the inspiration for this thriller came from there, didn't it?
Yes, it absolutely did. I had an office in Alnwick for a long time as a journalist, and one of the things that they did in Alnwick for a long time, right up until about 2005 or 6, was they had an annual summer fair, and at that summer fair they used to make up a ducking stool and a makeshift pond of water, and women would be put into this ducking stool and they would actually physically be ducked. Now, as far as I know, nothing ever went wrong in Alnwick, but when I came to fictionalise the story, I thought it would be a really good setting for something horrible to happen.
And something horrible does happen in this fictional town of Dowerby.
That's correct, it does, yes, something very horrible, without giving too much away.
So it's a very dark thriller with lots of twists and turns?
Yes, there are some themes of, for example, domestic violence. There's somebody, the central character is on the run, and you learn that from the very beginning because she's witnessed a death and she's frightened for her own safety.
Was it something you always wanted to do, write a novel?
It was something I've wanted to do since I was a child. Like many writers, I was an avid reader, and I used to wish that I too could write stories. But when I was very little, I think I always thought you had to be a special person to write stories. I didn't think normal people could be writers. So it actually took me a long time to get around to showing anybody my work.
And how disciplined did you have to be?
You do have to be disciplined. A lot of In Too Deep was written while I was still working and studying full-time as well. So, in fact, I did have to try and make myself write in order to finish it. And it can be a little bit of a slog.
So it's a bit of a chore, but a joy at the same time.
Yes, a lot of writers say they like having written rather than writing.
Now, I know In Too Deep is already available.
Yes.
And you've got another book in the pipeline.
I'm currently writing a second one. It's also a crime thriller sort of a genre, and it's set also in a fictional northeast town as well, and it's actually set back in the 1980s.
Well, Bea, thank you so much for telling us about In Too Deep, and good luck with this one and the next one.
Thank you.